gentlemen, hello and welcome to our English news edition coming to you from Canal, Algérie. I'm your host, Maysa Doumaz. To the headlines. The President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, examines several key files during the meeting of the Council of Ministers. At the invitation of the President of the Republic, the Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi, today in Algiers to boost bilateral cooperation between the two countries. And we shed light on the different projects witnessed by Canal province to spearhead local development. Those were today's headlines. First in our news, the President of the Republic, Supreme Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, Abdelmajid Tebboune, chaired on Sunday a meeting of the Council of Ministers, during which many presentations regarding various files were made. More details with Manal Ammari.
After the opening of this session by the President of the Republic and listening to the Prime Minister's presentation on the outcome of the government's activity in the last 2 weeks, the mediator of the Republic presented his periodic report on the development of the status of the pending investment projects, in which he stated the following: lifting restrictions on 834 additional investment projects out of 915 projects, meaning that only 8.85% of the pending projects remain under processing. 574 investment projects entered into operation, with an additional 20 new projects, which allowed the creation of 869 new job opportunities, bringing the total number of jobs created to 33,171 jobs. Following this presentation, the President of the Republic issued the following instructions and directives. The President praised the progress made in creating jobs by lifting bureaucratic obstacles to development projects in various provinces, considering this an important achievement compared to the investment conditions. Regarding the draft law on labor relations, the President valued the amendments included in the draft law, namely those related to granting a 1-year unpaid vacation that could be extended for another 6 months to encourage young people to create their own companies. The President tasked the government to prepare for basic sectoral laws in order to avoid the complications that sectors are going through within the public employment law system. He also ordered for the distribution of Shifa cards to beneficiaries of unemployment grants. He also instructed the government to raise the grants to retirees related to the year 2021 and 2022. Regarding the national education sector, the President of the Republic ordered for the incorporation of all pre-operating contracts in the sector before the end of May 2022. As for the status of the complementary development program for Canal province, the President stressed the importance of expediting the achievement of the development program for the benefit of the citizens of the state. Establishing communication mechanisms and vigorous follow-up to the progress of the program's projects at the level of the Interior Ministry, and responding positively to the concerns raised in the field. Concerning the progress of the integrated phosphate production project, the President highlighted the necessity of devoting extreme and exceptional importance to it, since it contributes to diversifying the national economy and creating new wealth. He also ordered to speed up the preparation and the completion of the railway line from Tbissa to the port of Annaba in order to launch this important project with Chinese partners. Regarding the national education sector, the President appreciated the efforts made in the field of braille writing, especially in the fields of religious books. He assigned the government to take all the necessary measures to develop the National Office of School Publications as a pivotal tool for the promotion of printing and braille publishing in religious, scientific, mathematics, physics, and literature books, in response to national and international demands. Concerning a presentation on cereal production in order to encourage farmers, the President ordered the raising of the purchase prices of dry cereals according to the government's proposals, respectively 3,000 dinars for beans and lentils and 2,000 dinars for chickpeas. In addition to working to raise the production rate of 1 hectare of wheat to no less than 40 quintals through intensifying scientific and agricultural research. With regard to the provision of subsidized milk, he ordered that the state guarantees a profit margin increase of 1 dinar per liter of milk for factories and 2 dinars for distributors. Before concluding this session of the Council of Ministers approved an agreement on teaching Arabic in primary schools in France and a number of individual decisions related to the appointment and termination of duties in senior state positions.
At the invitation of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, the Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi pays today a visit to Algeria with a view to boosting bilateral cooperation between the two countries. The following story harks back on the Algerian-Italian relations, marked so far by a constant progress and convergent political positions. Leticia Sidqawi tells us more.
Strong and stable. These are the words to describe the relations existing between Algiers and Rome, based on historical ties going back to a long time. These ties witnessed a significant consolidation through constant communication and consultations between the two Mediterranean neighbors, a strategic pivotal location that allowed for economic partnership and collaboration with a greater dimension. Algeria is considered as the first partner of Italy in Africa. This strategic and fundamental partnership is demonstrated through bilateral agreements signed between the two countries in many fields, notably these between Sonatrach and the Italian company Eni the end of last year, in hydrocarbons and energy transitions, a step among many others that denote the strong ties linking the two countries, which keep working to further develop and boost them, with the aim of opening new areas such as the economy based on small and medium-sized enterprises, especially that Italy has long experience in this field, as well as the promotion of economic and industrial partnership through fruitful investment projects, in parallel with the consolidation of cultural, scientific, and technological cooperation. On the other hand, Algiers and Rome intend to upgrade their political relationship through high-level consultations to meet the multifaceted challenges at the regional and international levels. These consultations are driven by strong political will and convergent positions on a number of current issues.
The local program of Khenchla province is at the heart of the state priorities meant to upgrade local development. Story by Leticia Sidqawi.
The highway linking Khenchla to Batna is one of the projects extremely important for many fields. The 18-kilometer project connecting Qais town to the province of Batna is expected to reduce congestion on the national road number 88. The setting up of the industrial zone in Babar and the creation of the wholesale apple market in Abu Hamama, and relying on Memsha Desert as an incubator for grain production and fruits and vegetables through providing facilitations for investors in it, in addition to recleaning and the rehabilitation of dams, a number of recent projects launched recently on the ground.
We thank the President of the Republic for the attention he pays to the province of Khenchla. The province needs big support from the President of the Republic. We have already projects underway and others to be launched soon. Khenchla is known for its biodiversity. We have snow in some areas and desert in others. We wish for the revival of the tourism industry. Considerable possibilities and capacities of the province of Khenchla, which needs investors to take advantage of it better to exploit and complete the pace of development and promote the province in all fields.
Still in eastern Algeria, where the first integrated project in the mining sector is gaining ground thanks to a Chinese partnership intended to produce phosphate and fertilizers. More details with Rania Al-Bahri.
This is the first integrated project in Algeria in the field of mining and the production of fertilizers. It represents an investment of $7 billion, a large-scale project signed within the Algerian-Chinese partnership, a partnership between two Algerian companies, Asmidal and Canal, and the two Chinese companies Wuhan and Tianan. This project will extract around 10 million tons of raw phosphate per year and will produce 6 million tons of processed phosphate, a project that will produce 5.4 million tons of fertilizers per year. It will include the exploitation of the phosphate deposit of Blad al-Hadba of Tibisa province, the chemical transformation of phosphate in Wad al-Kibrit in Souq province, and the fertilizers factory in Skikda province. The port of Annaba province constitutes one of the 4 parts of the integrated project. After the transformation of the port, it will make it possible to export fertilizers abroad. The project will also enable the production of semi-finished products, which were previously imported with foreign currencies. This is in line with the government's new strategy, which aims to diversify national production. Blad al-Hadba municipality constitutes a real reserve of phosphate estimated at more than 1.2 billion tons. This major investment project will allow the long-term creation of 12,000 jobs. We are the inhabitants of Blad al-Hadba municipality. We are very happy for the achievement of this project in our region. This mega project will meet national fertilizers needs and go to international markets.
In some regions, the cereal harvest is expected to be good. This is the case in Adrar province, which has recorded an increase in production and an improvement in its quality over the past years. Rania Al-Bahri once again.
We are here in one of the largest farms in Sba municipality in Adrar province. This region became a real agricultural center by recording a satisfactory harvest. This year the harvest looks good compared to last year, and this is due to the climate conditions. Now we have to prepare for the threshing harvest season by acquiring quality equipment. We have nevertheless reached the wheat production of 70 quintals by hectare. More than 35,000 hectares of agricultural land are currently exploited in Adrar province. This region records great interest from young people, encouraged by measures of public authorities. I come from the province of Borj Baji Mukhtar to load a cargo of wheat. We have benefited from the facilitation of agricultural management of Adrar province. Thanks God, everything has gone well in recent years. Thanks to numerous measures taken by public authorities and the extension of the cultivated land to more than 80,000 hectares, the agricultural services are beaten on considerable production to ensure local self-sufficiency.
We continue with the exclusive confessions of the terrorists who were captured during the searching operation carried out by detachments of the National People's Army in the forest of Wad al-Duwar near the town of Bni Zid Kulu in the province of Skikda. The captured terrorists are namely Jilali Abdel Qadir, also known as Musa, and Abdel Razzaq Bilqasim alias Abu Anas, who admitted their evil deeds after joining the terrorist groups. French President Emmanuel Macron will face the far-right's Marine Le Pen in presidential runoff on April the 14th after leading the first round. It is worth recalling that the turnout stood at 65%. The famous comedian Hazim Bila Hudud is sustaining a serious health setback which required his transfer to the regional military hospital pursuant to the decisions of the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, for a better medical care. We wish our cherished actor a swift recovery. That was it for our news edition. Thanks for tuning in to our program. Good night.